So the next day, it had snowed that night, and Milo decided he was going to drive. What is happening, Roadies? What is going on? Happy holidays. Welcome back to another special episode here at Roadie Free Radio of Hell on Wheels, a Tour Stories compilation by Mr. Greg Jacobs. It is good to have you, and it's good to have you listening and watching and all the various forms and ways that you do that for this show, which I appreciate, as you know. This week, we've got an awesome story, quick one this week, by a band called Descendents, told by a roadie named Bugface, which is awesome in itself. We could just stop the show right there. Bugface is this guy's name. Anyway, super great to have you. I can't believe we're 1 week away from Christmas, man. We're just in the holiday thing. Somehow I'm sporting a t-shirt here in the studio in the barn. I've got the heat cranked up, and I'm braving the cold right now, but I usually don't wear a t-shirt in here. Who cares about my t-shirt status? Anyway, here we go. Big shout out to One of One Productions for sponsoring this show. You know who they are. They are the Podcast Solutions Company. You got to check them out. They've got everything from the Lewitt LCT 440 Pure microphone that I use for this series, which they so generously loaned me, as well as headphones, storage solutions, recording solutions, interfaces, all sorts of great stuff to get you either to the next level on your show or help you if you're just a starting podcaster. And I hope that your plans for 2022 are to put together your first show and get it out there. So follow the link in the description. Use the code ROADIEFREE when you check out over at One of One Productions. And if you want to get yourself a copy of this edition of Hell on Wheels, use that Amazon link in the description. You can pick up a used copy of this book, or if you want, you can wait till spring 2022 when the University of Hell Press will be re-releasing this book along with several new stories that Greg has done. I can't wait to get my hands on that copy and perhaps read some of those news stories. And stick around for June, because I'm going to get Greg on the show and we're going to talk to him all about this book and these stories. So here we go. Descendants with old Bugface, interviewed by Greg Jacobs in All's tour bus. Bug. Descendants tour. Gooch road managing. We were in Wisconsin. We just played Appleton. We stayed at the promoter's house. So the first thing the promoter, told me was, no one's allowed in the basement. My parents have a stash of liquor down there. So where do you think I went right away? I'm sleeping down there in the basement. So the next day, it had snowed that night, and Milo decided he was going to drive. There was a driveway straight behind us, across the street. So all he had to do was back straight up with the trailer and back into the other driveway, like normal. But he decided he was going to make the cut on the street with the trailer instead of backing straight up. There was only like 3 inches of snow on the ground. You know those Colbert pipes that go underneath people's driveways and they have a ditch at the end of their yard? Well, he cuts the trailer, backs it through the guy's yard, his parents' house, into the ditch, and dug 2 big fucking ruts from the trailer tires. They went down through the yard into the ditch, and he just looked at me really crazy with big eyes, put it in park, got out, ran into the house, and started peeking through the fucking curtains, while me, Gooch, and Bill were trying to get it out. Man, he really fucked up that kid's yard. That's it. Descendants with a van story with a trailer. Listen, I'm sure you guys have plenty of stories out there about vans and trailers and fucking up kids' yards and drinking people's liquor stash. I want to hear about them. Send me a note, info@roadiefreeradio.com, or leave me a comment in the description box below. Listen, if you want to support a roadie this season, you can. And if you don't want to call them roadies, that's cool too. They're techs, man. They're technicians. They know what they're doing. Guitar techs, drum techs, production managers. You can support some of those folks who've been hardest hit by the pandemic by going over to roadiefreeradio.com, picking up a sticker, a button, a magnet. And a portion of those proceeds are going to go every month to musiccares.org or roadiecare.com to help some folks out in need who could use a little scratch during the old holiday season. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like this video, if you like what you're hearing, keep subscribing, keep coming back. I love you. It works. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you down the road.